Bad.
Good.
Same old, same old.
Good to
Same
hear.
old, same old. Just being a rock star.
Hey, now you're a rock star. Get your game on.
Alrighty. Well, since we're all here, Aaron's gonna be out because it's stupid families in town or something. Like I don't know why that matters. But...
I know, right? Priorities. Star Wars comes first.
Dan's family's in town too, so.
What?
Yeah, see, I abandoned
Dan's
my
family's
family.
in town with them too. Why can't Aaron be?
Yeah, I
Right.
leave them out of this. This is not for family.
You know what?
This
I'm
is
glad
my
that you
real
have your
family.
priorities right, at least,
This is
Dan.
my real family, okay?
Man. I remember years and years ago, I saw a thing on like the early MMOs. It was just like a TV thing where they were talking about like these games that like were not super super big outside of like specific communities. And I remember like one of the ladies in the show, like the interview, she's like, yeah, like I'm closer to like people in my guild than I am my own husband. And I'm like, that doesn't seem like a good thing or something that you should tell people. Like,
yeah.
Like, I've been playing D&D with the same group of people for over 2 years now. 2 of them I've never actually met in person, and I would definitely say that we are friends and that we are close and that we know each other pretty well from spending 3 or 4 hours every Sunday together for 2 years. But like,
but if my wife's in the hospital, that definitely takes precedence.
right? It's like, I like him. We're friends. It's cool. We're not that good. We're not like, well, screw my family. Okay.
There's been quite a few like pop culture, like media kind of stuff that have explored that a little bit. The anime Sword Art Online, and then what was the YouTube show?
The Guild.
The Guild, yeah.
Yeah. That was
that one was funny.
It was funny. That was one of those shows that came about. Like I can't remember exactly what the situation was, but like there was a like it was a really really like small time low budget like almost like no profit show, and then there was like a writer's strike in Hollywood or whatever. Like, all right, well I guess we're looking for scabs who wants to get a TV show, and they just started like picking up a bunch of like B and C level shows off the internet and like, hey, who wants an actual show? And that was one of the ones that like kind of got it.
That was Felicia Day and where Critical Role got their start, Geek and Sundry. That's where they got their start. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Chris Hardwick and a couple of those people that got really famous off of it.
Yeah. It wasn't a bad show. I liked it. I thought it was funny. I couldn't watch a ton of it before. I was like, all right.
Yeah, I mean, it was low budget. It was written for their fan base. It was
right,
clever but not good.
Exactly. Clever but not good.
Yeah.
I particularly liked where like that time like the one girl's husband was like, all right, like I want like this is a big part of your life. I want to do this with you, and she's just like, okay, yeah. No, just like swim around in the ocean. That's how you get experience while she runs off in like those dungeons.
Yeah, she
was
just
like, I feel like someone has done that to me in a game before. All right, who wants to hit us with a recap? Real quick.
Oh, I didn't watch the recap. Dang it. Oh, I normally do.
You're good. I took really good notes right at the end. Did anybody read them?
I did.
Jados fails hard during watch, and we are set upon by a large bipedal predator that is after one of our horses. Roll initiative.
Oh, I got some notes. We apparently need to head to a distant valley for the next mission. We're looking for, I think it's Conrad Skyhome, Astromancer of the third highest. Or oh wait, no, we met him.
That's the
He-
Jedi dude, yeah?
Yeah, he knew we were coming. He said that we needed to use our magic in a trial and that we would succeed. And then he jumped into the air, and Jedis tried to follow him but failed.
Oh no, this was the crazy guy.
Yeah.
Conrad Skyhome was the crazy guy that we kind of just ran into, and then just like darted, and I couldn't catch him.
Yeah, I believe like he was definitely like looking for you guys specifically without knowing who you were. And he knew that you came from beyond the stars. He never explained really how he knew that. And I don't even think like he fully like understood what that meant, but he was definitely weirdly knowledgeable.
Yeah, you presented him as like an eccentric seer type. That
I'm
shouldn't
good.
have
That's
known
definitely what I
he
was
knew.
going for.
That's what I
Alrighty,
thought,
let's
too.
do destiny points, and then we can do initiative.
Okay. Do we do our,
Alright.
our rules?
I got you, man.
Okay.
Star Wars.
I just gotta find a pen. Here we go.
Ooh, yes. Starting
Thank
off
you, Dan.
strong. Oh, my pleasure. Happy to oblige. Should I use... I'm going to use real dice again tonight.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
At least I know that you know how the dice work. Unlike somebody else who insists upon using dice and then makes me double check.
I every time you have decided on your own to come double check, I've been correct.
Fight him, Liz.
I mean,
Fight him.
that's correct. Correct is might be too strong of a term.
I mean, it's either right or wrong. It can't be anywhere in between.
Also not true.
There are 50 known shades of gray.
Why are you so mean to me?
You know, truthfully, because you deserve it.
That's why we like Zach, just a sarcastic ass all the time.
I promise you, it never ends. This shit is permanent.
Listen, if I start being nice to you, it means I don't like you or respect you. So I don't know.
that. You've told me that multiple times.
Okay, I'm the same way sometimes.
If I don't tease
Oh,
you,
no,
that it means I'm not comfortable around you or I don't like you. All right, what are we looking at here? We got one dark side from Jedis, two light side from Dar,
Woohoo!
one dark side from me. What's Stevie and Jeb doing?
I typed it in there into the gameplay. Jeb is one dark, Stevie one dark.
Two dark sides. Perfect. Okay.
Damn, your guys' live dice.
Let's see here. So the Destiny pool is two dark side. Sorry, four dark side, two light side. Let's
Man,
go ahead and roll
Carry
some
us.
initiative.
I tried.
Not
Are we
hard
rolling?
enough, obviously.
Let's see. Is it vigilance or cool in this case? Because I was not there to witness that part.
We were very surprised.
You guys were very surprised, so that would be vigilance.
Vigilance.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay,
cool is
good.
when you know it's gonna pop off, and vigilance is when you don't.
Okay, so Zach, I'm gonna use a new power here that I have not used before. So let me just talk this out loud so I don't mess up because I'm uncomfortable with force stuff. I have Force C. So when making a skill check to determine initiative, the user may roll a Force C power check as part of the pool. He may spend light black icon to gain
One.
success on the check. So I'm going to roll
Okay.
vigilance
3 success,
and
3
then
advantage.
add 2 force die.
Yes.
Yep. Oop, there we go.
Do you have a force rating of 2?
I do.
Then yes, you have a force die.
Wow. Okay, then doing that does not have any consequence on like future force use, right? Like it didn't
Nope.
exhaust anything. Okay.
Nope.
Hey Zach, did you guys watch the Kraken game?
Hell
We
yeah,
did
buddy.
not. How was it? Did we do good?
Dominated.
I'm
Kraken
glad-
won.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Jake.
No, you go
Sorry.
ahead.
Go
So
for it.
I can't believe the Kraken beat the Dallas Stars.
Was
Do you
it a
think-
close game?
No, Kraken killed them. It was 7-2.
Nice.
Do you-
That's a massive score for a hockey game.
Yeah,
was,
it was
what? What was the score?
7-2. The Kraken scored 5 goals, and Jake, do you remember? It was like under 5 minutes in the second
Yeah.
period.
Yes.
Someone's on methamphetamines.
That's just
Jake, do
that's
you think?
disrespectful.
What?
Do you think? What was the Stars player that got injured? Heikkinen.
Yeah.
Do you think
He got-
him going out had any impact, like on the real actual score at the end of the game there?
Yes. Yes. When he went out, it was pretty bad, and
Yeah.
the Stars were playing a little chippy though.
Oh yeah, like half the team got kicked out by the end.
It's because they're from Texas. They're not supposed to be there. It's not.
Right, they don't have they don't have ice in Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you hear what happened to the Kraken guy that got injured?
McCann, like from a
Yeah.
long time ago.
Yeah.
I did not hear the official ruling. I heard he was skating again.
One of the who were they playing? The Kraken.
When he got hurt was the Avalanche.
So yeah, so the guy, the Avalanche guy, got suspended for like 2 games, I think.
Yeah, he got suspended for the next game.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, it was just 1 game, but he did get suspended. Yeah.
Which is good. I mean,
Yeah.
you can't have a dominant player just check someone just for no
What?
reason.
Flagrantly. Yeah, I agree. I've been very determined to get into hockey this offseason. I have not missed a game yet.
It brings back good memories.
I would like to watch hockey more. Like it's one of the few sports that I enjoy watching. I'm not much of a sports guy.
That's exactly where I was, and then I randomly caught a game, and they were like, "It's the first game of the playoffs," and I was like, "Yes." They play every other day. That's easy to follow.
So if they beat the Stars, I think it's game 4, and if they
Yep.
beat the Stars, they move on to what's it called? The next round.
I believe they got to win 2 more games.
Yeah, they do the like the sets.
Yeah,
Kinda
it's
like
best. It's best
basketball
of
does.
7. It's 2-1 games right now, so they got to win 2 more games, and then they go to the semifinals. Yep.
I think they can pull this off.
Mm-hmm. They got a real good chance.
Yep.
Yeah, I used to watch a ton of hockey live when I lived in Alaska because what else are you gonna do?
I like the fights.
But I haven't
Jake,
watched
I've heard
much on.
about your time playing hockey as a young man.
You mean when
Yes.
he was kicked out of Pee Wee hockey for putting people into the wall?
Ooh.
Cross checking someone.
Jake was a goon when like the other kids could barely skate.
I want to get back into hockey again.
I don't know about that, man.
Do it.
I always
I
wish
am.
I had played.
Like I had a lot going on in high school and didn't have the mental energy or anything to like, do stuff like that. But like now that I'm an adult, I very much wish that I had.
Right.
There wasn't a lot of sport. I was not into sports, and my dad really tried to get me into sports. So I was pretty like dig my heels in about not doing sports. But like in retrospect, baby, are you beating a door
sorry.
down?
I forgot my mic was on, my bad. I'm making
But
coffee.
yeah, in retrospect, I wish I would have like even just joined like a club league and played hockey. It's such a fun sport. Like, I mean, I played a ton with like my friends, and
We play rollerblade hockey.
I don't know how to skate. Can you teach me how to skate? I can try. Yeah. So our next door neighbor was the coach for the college team. Dan Coal, super cool guy. And he had tons and tons of hockey stuff just like in his garage. So like periodically he would like block off the street in front of like our house and set up goals, and we would just have like street pickup games in the middle of the neighborhood road. Because Dan was super cool like that. Like he was always giving us like hockey sticks or pucks if we ever needed anything. Like, hey man, we were gonna go play hockey. Can we get some sticks? Yeah, here you go. He has like one of those like old school like huge trash cans, just like full of sticks. So yeah, no, it was fun. I played a lot of like that kind of hockey, like unorganized. Like I don't even know all like the names of all the positions. That's how little I know about hockey. But like I like watching it, and I like dicking around with my friends.
I played wing as a kid in hockey.
Oh yeah, when you didn't you like join? Weren't you part of a team through like a club team through the school at one point?
Yeah, when I was in UAA,
Yeah.
they had a hockey class, and all you did was skate around. No finals, just skated around.
Huh.
Yeah.
I
Playing
should
hockey.
have taken that class. I should have gone to UAA.
You would not have liked UAA. First of all, it's in Alaska, and you would have froze.
You're right. I would have gotten depressed and died immediately, like a wilted flower.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But that
That's
class
not-
sounds fun.
that's all I did during class was skate around and play hockey. So it was a good class.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, well, let's get some initiative rolls in here. Jeb?
Okay, Jeb got 3 success and 3 advantage,
Dang.
and Stevie got 2 success and 1 advantage.
Jita, looks like you got 4, 6. I'm assuming you're not going to use that dark side.
Yeah, I'll hold on.
So 4 success, 2 advantage. Suspect you are going to be leading the pack.
Triumph.
You got a triumph?
Dan did, yeah. Dar.
I got a triumph.
Oh, I didn't even see that. Where'd you see that?
Right below mine.
I typed
Oh,
it in.
gotcha. Sorry, I'm just like skimming for symbols.
Uh-huh.
Duncan.
Oh, that's right.
shut
I got
up,
a
I'm
cheat
turning
sheet
into
somewhere.
Boots.
Hey, Duncan.
I've heard that.
Don't
line
listen to him,
multiple
Duncan. He
times.
loves you.
Okay. And I rolled, well, not great, but that's not really the issue. Okay. Let's highlight. There we go. All right, so everyone is kind of bedded down for the night in whatever weird little mud hole hovel camping situation you guys got going on there. You know how you normally live because you're all animals. Listen, Gitas, you were actually living in like the middle of nowhere in a cave, and the other guys immediately decided to wander off into the jungle upon setting foot on a planet. So I don't want to hear any snorts because they're
You
animals.
have no idea.
I'm a
Um,
survivalist.
It's very nice to me because I know there's a water source nearby. I'm used to just dust.
Right.
My name might
This is
as
a
well be
paradise. What are you guys
Barry
complaining about?
It's humid. Is that the right word? I'm sweating.
Uh,
Jeff has a mask on, so he doesn't. It doesn't matter.
Gitas,
Still-
your mind wanders while you're on watch, and a very large bipedal creature that looks in big tusks looks like it's almost like made out of stone, but it's probably just like it's camouflage. Comes tearing out of the jungle after one of your horses, and you manage to wake everybody up. So that's what everybody sees as you wake up. Dar, you're first. You see the giant bipedal creature charging through the clearing, definitely headed towards one of your horses.
Do I like roughly how far away is this? Like, is it medium range? Is it further?
Yeah, medium range. Yeah, because you guys set up a pretty good perimeter last session. So, yeah, you got medium range.
Okay. Bow's coming out, and I'm going to snap a shot. Fire a shaft into this creature. And yes, and I am using my Corellian compound, as I gave that other bow I had to Stevie. Let's see what my roll is.
Alrighty. Make sure you add a black die to any combat check against this creature,
Okay.
as it has 1 point in ranged defense
Oh.
and melee, and 1 point in melee defense. So it's an automatic black die every time you attack, unless you have something that negates that.
Well, I got a. Let's see. Is it 2 purple?
For medium range, well, now now you're making me question things.
I just don't remember. It's the whole.
Yeah, medium is 2 purple. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
We don't play for a week, and I forget the basic rules.
1 success, 1 advantage.
I have the
Once-
rulebook here if you want it.
No, I got a cheat sheet. 1 success, 1 advantage. All right. How much damage do you do?
Okay, so that does. So it has a Pierce of 1, and it will do a damage of 5.
So as you fire off an arrow into this thing, it hits in the shoulder and doesn't even phase the creature at all. In fact, just the act of it like running on all fours like a gorilla, ends like the arrow just like ends up falling out, and it does not appear to have like noticed.
It's
really
excited
at all.
to eat horse. I understand. It happens when
Yeah.
I'm excited to eat too.
Right.
All right.
Geetus.
This isn't scary at all. Kill it, Geetus.
Just like I'm looking up a quick thing real. Okay. So I'm going to invoke. When you guys met me, I was practicing throwing rocks around. So that is what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to find something relatively large, and I'm going to hurl it at the creature. So the Force user can hurl objects to damage targets by making a ranged combat check combined with a move power check, dealing damage equal to 10 times silhouette. So I can roll. How does that work, Zach? I make a ranged combat check with force?
Yes, so you'll at medium range, I would say you can choose between range light and range heavy. Skill,
Okay. Yeah.
but either way, 2 purple, 1 black. And I would say yes, you are out in the woods. There is plenty of rocks or tree logs or something floating around. You shouldn't have any problem finding a projectile.
Okay.
So
This seems like a really large dice pool, so I'm going to read it out loud, and you tell me if that sounds absurd. My ranged heavy is yellow with 3 greens. I'm adding 2 force die because I have a force power rating of 2. 2 purples and a black.
That sounds right to me.
That was fun. I'm gonna leave off the dark power bip, so I've got 6 success with 2 advantage.
So the way the force power works is it costs you 1 pip to use the force power,
Right.
and then you can use additional pips to like throw something bigger. So like I don't know how many size increase things you have, but it costs 1 pip each.
So do I have to use a pip for move basic, then a pip for control hurl, and then a pip for strength to increase it? Or is it hurl cost 1 and then spend 1 to increase the silhouette?
Give me 2 seconds to pull up that specific force power.
Yeah.
I think you just get to hurl things. Yeah, you just get to hurl things. So, you can throw things of silhouette 0 using the basic move power.
Okay.
If you invest another pip and you have the magnitude, you can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or no,
yeah,
not
so
magnitude. Strength. Yeah. Strength.
Target equal to strength upgrades purchased. Okay, so I'll use both of the 2 light sides. 1 to use hurl, 1 to increase the strength. So
Okay.
it should be silhouette 1. And then the damage is 10 times the silhouette, so 10 damage, assuming it hits with 4 hits.
I mean, you succeeded on the check, so yeah, so it'll be 10 damage plus the 3 extra damage.
Oh.
From rolling good. So 13 damage.
Right. That's what I meant to say.
All right.
And
Well,
then I've got
that
2
got its
advantage.
attention.
So I would like to add a I would like to add a blue to the next ally's check.
All right. Tell us what you throw at it and how it hits.
Yeah, I think it's just I'm on watch, so I'm sitting there and I completely miss it, but I hear it. And when I finally do see it, I'm like, there's just a mossy rock like next to me. I was sitting on one, and there's a companion that I was talking to, and I decide to, just it's almost reactionary more than anything else, and I just like and throw my rock companion at the giant thing.
All right. Yeah. As your rock sails through the air, it like clips it in like square in the chest and kind of like staggers it, and that kind of like stuns it a little bit and kind of breaks its concentration, which will give Jeb an advantage, a blue die on Jeb's attack. Jeb, you've just seen Dar shoot an arrow at this thing. Jetus smacked it with a giant rock.
You know what I'm gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
Go for the head.
Punch it in the face.
Atta boy.
Slice it in the head.
Go home.
Yeah.
Slice it in the head.
Okay, slice it in the head.
I'm assuming with your lightsaber, or yeah.
Yes, with my lightsaber.
Okay. Oh, where did it go? You lost your lightsaber. No, you didn't. I see it. Here we go. Average die. And 1 blue. Any more setback than average?
1 black die.
Okay.
And you know what? I'm gonna flip a destiny point. So yeah, make that. Well, first of all, Jake, you gotta get there.
Okay.
So
Can I use it? Can I jump? I mean,
you can.
This is force jump? Okay.
You
Hold
can
on.
force jump.
Up, go.
So it's gonna take you a maneuver to pull your lightsaber out.
okay.
Then you're gonna need to suffer 2 strain.
I can do with that.
Okay.
To
Like that.
make your Jedi jump, since you had to use your maneuver to draw your lightsaber.
Yep.
And then, go ahead and make your lightsaber attack 1 red, 1 purple, 1 black.
Why do you hate your brother?
I don't.
Which you?
Don't worry, I'm going to do the same thing to you later.
Alright, 1 second. It's a massive dice bowl.
Yeah, he doesn't hate Jacob, he hates you. He's just trying to make you roll more.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
That takes out that advantage. And then
Can I pick up the head later?
advantage. Oh, still 2 success.
Okay. How much damage?
Oh shoot, with his lightsaber. I should look it up. Where did it go? Sword, vibrant knife, everything. I think he does like 5.
No, it's 7.
It's 7, okay.
So 8 damage, correct?
Yes.
Alrighty.
Oh my god.
Oh, did you add that blue die too, by the way?
I did. Yes.
Good. Okay. I can't verify because you don't roll in the chat. All right, Jeb, you spring into action quite literally, jumping through the air and drawing your lightsaber at the same time to come down and take a swipe at this creature, and you feel like you got a pretty solid hit in, but it doesn't seem to be nearly as wounded as you were hoping for. I mean, you definitely like burned it a little bit, but it's not that hurt.
I think the
Next,
head.
next up is Stevie.
All right. I'm also gonna come with the lightsaber. And I can't say how far away from it am I?
Medium range.
I guess since I have nothing on me, I am gonna take out the and take a hit with that. So I guess that would be the ranged light.
What weapon is this? Sorry, you broke up.
Longbow.
Yeah, that would be, I think, ranged light or ranged heavy. You should check your character sheet.
I think it's ranged heavy. I'll find
I
out
was
for
thinking
you.
because it was not like, like a massive rifle or anything. I have the picture right here. Hold on.
Longbow.
Encumbers hard points for
Ranged heavy.
Ranged heavy. Ranged heavy. It does a base of 5 damage. And it has a pierce of 1.
Oh, okay. Cool. Alrighty then. Memento. My
Your
range
range is
heavy
long.
attack. Oh, it's not that great. Oh well, I'm gonna do it anyways. What's the difficulty?
2 purple, 1 black.
Oh, and I'm gonna flip a destiny point then.
Okay.
Oh, is that okay with y'all? Sorry.
Yes, yes, it is.
Yeah, unless it's like do or
No,
die.
you had 3 because I just flipped one, so now you're back to 2. Now it's now 4
Okay.
dark, 2 light.
Oh, perfect.
Okay, thank y'all. Sorry, I was being impulsive.
Don't go for it.
You said 1 black, 1 purple.
Yes.
All right. Here's to nothing. Oh wait, no, I would get to roll a yellow or another green with that, right? If I get to upgrade my roll.
Well, you can either downgrade the difficulty to 1 purple, or you can upgrade one of your greens to a yellow.
Alright, fuck, I already rolled it. It's not a bad roll either. And you can come check this. You can come check it. I got 2 success.
I understand why you guys aren't in the same room, but I feel like you should be in the same room.
Oh, you should ask Dan about that in D&D.
Oh, no, I know why.
Also, I do everything on my computer, so like
Yeah.
she can just see everything that's going on.
Oh, I fully get it. It's funny.
Or Liz could just use the computer. That works too.
It's super ominous when her mic's like set real high and I can hear you, like your footsteps coming down the hall. It's like, oh god.
I also thunder like a bull in a china shop. So, all right. So, how much damage do you do, Liz?
5 damage.
How many success did you get?
2.
Okay, so you need to have 1 success to make the attack, and then every success after that is an additional point of damage. So you did
Totally.
6 damage.
Alright, cool, perfect.
Similar to Dar. You shoot this thing with an arrow, and like it definitely like goes in, but like doesn't seem to notice or care really at all.
Title of your sex tape.
Sorry, thank you. I'm done.
Sorry.
You're good. The troll-like creature that you are currently engaged with, after getting hit with a giant rock, which seems to be the only thing that like really actually seems to phase it. It stops and kind of looks around and then looks at Jeb, who is right there, and tries to like gorilla smash with its like bare fists. It's gonna
Can I
gorilla
block?
smash
I block.
Jeb.
I block.
Hold on, he can do that thing where like it gets harder. Yeah. Never mind.
And I block
Yeah.
the fist.
He has to take that on his move. Ignore me.
Yeah,
Me?
you gotta do that on your turn. Or let me roll the attack first.
Okay.
Okay. Roll 2. Okay, so and Jake has defensive melee defense 2. One success, 3 disadvantage.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm saved. Saved by the bell.
Not true.
Sorry, Jake.
It's all good.
I mean, if you want to suffer strain to parry, you can. Now is
I'll
the
do that.
time to do that.
I'll do that.
How much strain is that? Hold on, I can see it right here. Ignore me. It still kills him. Okay, I'm just gonna say 3 strain. That's what you suffer. You're gonna need a nap here, Jeb, as soon as you get a chance to take one.
Okay.
You're not hurt,
So-
but you are tuckered out. You're getting there.
So, well, what are you doing with the parry?
I'm gonna.
Because it lets you. You got to spend strain to do it, but it lets you reduce the damage.
Okay.
So tell me how much strain you're spending, and how much it reduces the damage by, and I'll tell you how much you take.
Liz.
So it is by you take 3. What did it say in this confusing way? So for 3 strain to reduce damage by 2 plus ranks in parry.
Okay.
So
How many
he's
ranks
now.
in parry? I think you have 5 ranks in parry.
Yep.
Does that mean 5 parries checked off? Right, 1, 2.
So suffer 3 strain, and you can reduce it by 7 damage. Yeah. All right. So in that case, you take 4 wounds. You take 4 wounds.
Oh, cool. So he gets none because the soak is 4. Fletcha!
Sweet.
Yeah.
But
And
you are getting tuckered out.
due to the animalistic and singularly driven purpose of this attack, this creature, as you're trying to block it with your lightsaber, and it kind of burns its arms as it tries to hit you, on your lightsaber. It kind of like jumps back a little bit and falls down. Thanks to its 3 disadvantage. All right, top of the round, Dar, you're up.
Okay. Do you believe I have enough maneuver that I could get up to it to attack with my lightsaber?
If you spend 2 strain, yes.
Okay. Let's do that. I think that's worth it. Make a lightsaber attack. Where? Lightsaber. Oh, I forgot how good my pool was for that. I get 4 yellow dice.
Ooh.
Nice.
And that's automatic 2 purple, right? For engage.
2 purple, 1 black.
1 black. Okay.
It's got ranged defense. And actually, I'm going to flip a destiny point on you to upgrade one of those purple to a red.
Damn you.
I'm gonna claim that was metagaming. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, let's see. Well, the black did nothing. Nice. So that one cancels out. Disadvantage. Sorry, it takes a little longer with the physical dice. Alright, it comes out to 1 triumph, 1 advantage, and that's it.
All right. Well, how do you want to do this?
Oh, I love those words. Alright, I've had enough of this foul creature. And so I run up to it with the lightsaber ignited in my hands, with one side of the blade pointing forwards, kind of like a, I don't know, like a quarterstaff, and the other one pointed behind me. And I rush in, and I jump a little bit and shove it straight into its chest, and do a little bit of a twist. And as I fall down to the ground, my lightsaber slices through and the bottom half and cuts it, and this disgusting blood and guts start pouring out the bottom as the thing falls over in almost 2 pieces.
I like it. I like it. Go ahead, and anybody who wants to investigate the creature can give me a perception check.
Okay,
Can I?
definitely
You
interested.
can. You are right there.
You know what I'm gonna go for?
What?
The head.
You want to investigate the head?
Yes, take the head.
Oh, that's not a perception check. If you
I wanna-
want
I
to
wanna-
take the head, you can just take the head. That's fine.
Take the dark
Put it
head
on
already.
put it on my lightsaber.
It's too big. Its head is as large or larger than your head.
Ooh.
The creature is about as big as Rovi, but a lot broader.
It's smaller than I was imagining. While you guys are rolling, I think in the distance, like, I light the lightsaber so that you guys can like see my face, and I'm just like, my bad, guys. I should have seen. You know what I remembered is I should have advantage on detecting animals and people that are like nearby, and I totally forgot that. My bad.
I have-
I'm squinting my eyes at you.
I have 2 white tips, which I think can be used as success, and 1 advantage on that perception.
Dar, your investigation of this creature, its hide does appear to be, while not stone, definitely very, 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 very thick and sturdy, with maybe some sort of, like, I don't know, like the stuff your fingernails are made out of, or some sort of outer layer that is very hardy. And an inspection shows that your arrows did not actually get deep enough to do any damage at all. And even like the lightsaber strikes that it took, besides your like impaling blow, were not nearly as effective as one would have hoped. This creature, had it not been finished off, it does not look very damaged. It looks like it was in good shape to keep fighting.
Except for where I got hit by the rock, right? There's
Seems
a good dent
concerning.
there, right?
Oh, I mean, yeah, definitely. I mean, that was the most significant damage that it took for sure.
I
Well done.
just need the validation. I would like, I would like to double check on the horses, just make sure they're okay.
Okay, give me your choice between a survival check or a xenology check. Average.
Thank you. Ooh, I failed.
The horses are very freaked out. They're trying to get away, but they have been hobbled, so they can't get very far very quickly. But they are massively freaked out, and it's going to take you guys a while to like get them calmed down. And they don't appear to like even when you kind of get them cornered, they still like are super stressed out and keep looking at like the corpse of the creature. And it's clear that they're going to bolt the second you guys stop corralling them.
So I'll be asking for help, and it's like, somebody come, like, help me calm them down. Let's get that body out of here. We got to get rid of the smell. Go downwind. And I start kind of directing traffic to help the horses.
All right. It takes a couple hours, but between, dragging off the body, I'm assuming between several of you, and, then just time passing and people being there to reassure them, your horses do eventually calm down and things kind of settle back in. The horses are still very jumpy. For the remainder of the night. But that is the only thing that you guys run into that night. Next day, sun comes up.
And I'm
Everything
healed.
seems to be fine.
And I'm healed.
You are not healed.
Can I take a stim pack?
Well, I don't think you have any. Did you?
You didn't take any damage.
Yeah, you didn't take any damage. Because you're not like actually in a bed, I do believe you need to roll a resilience check to try to get your strain back.
Okay. I can do that.
Oh, I
Yeah,
probably
one
need
second.
to do that.
I'm coming. I got sidetracked.
I'm gonna do that as well, since I took two strain.
Pages. Resilience.
Morning, everyone. Did everybody sleep all right?
Wait.
What does 4 success and 3 advantage get me?
Success is wounds, advantage is strain.
Oh, okay. Sweet. Well, I get my strain back. That's all I was going for. I didn't take any damage.
Nice.
Not trying
Okay,
to brag.
so Jeb got
dare
2
you.
success 1 disadvantage and 1 dark side on his resilience check.
What?
Dark side. What?
You must have a force pip. A force.
Say that
die.
again.
2 success, 1 disadvantage, and 1 dark side.
Okay. Jeb, you do not recover your strain.
Hmm.
You did not sleep well last night.
You had terrible nightmares, it sounds like.
Terrible nightmares of giant stone-skinned gorilla creatures, troll creatures, ripping you to shreds.
I have a suspicion that this troll had regeneration powers.
Why?
Because when we looked at the dead creature, it looked like it hadn't taken very much damage. It was just a lucky hit.
I think it had a very tough skin. Have we looked at that yet? If it looks like Rocky, I'm thinking like... that's metagaming, but there are oil elephants on other planets.
No, I'm inclined to agree with you. I thought it just had like an armored carapace type situation.
Right.
Like it just.
Or like, yeah.
Is it
I
another
just
one
said
of
a
the
thing,
demons? Is it
Probably
another
just.
demon?
My guess would be just wildlife. Yeah.
Of course, this is very big, though, to be wildlife. This is very big.
Yeah, and it's
Have
not
you
really
ever-
like anything I've ever seen.
Because, like, okay, normally, when Stevie knows
Really?
this, I guess, let me see his xenology. I'm not terrible, but, like, so places that have bigger creatures have bigger, like, flora as well.
GDOS is just staring straight at Rovi.
Go ahead and give me a hard knowledge xenology check.
Me?
Yes.
That's what I thought. Okay. 2. And then my xenology is... only 3. Three and 3. Alright. Hold on. One failure, 2 advantage.
You have no idea. It didn't like disappear like the force demon did. So you're pretty sure it's like not a force manifestation. But like as far as like what its size means, you don't know enough about the local ecosystem to like make a judgment on. You guys have seen some stuff, but you also haven't been spending like that much time out in the woods on this planet. So, and you're in a fairly new location. So,
Touché.
Again, the fact that its body stuck around, probably, not a force creature, or at least not like a force manifestation. But outside of that, you got nothing. Jeb, did you say that you kept the thing's head?
Yes.
What are you doing with that?
I'm gonna make a helmet out of it, or a coat out of it.
You can't really make a coat out of its head.
I like the helmet idea, though. That's
The
tight.
helmet, maybe. The helmet.
You could do like the shoulders, like rip its mandibles apart and use those as
Pauldrons?
shoulder pauldrons.
Right.
Yes.
I like that idea.
That's what I'll do. I'll just rip it up and
Do you mean like take its feet off and like put the talons over his shoulders?
I'm sensing a theme
That's what I'm gonna do,
with
Zach.
Zach and Jake. They both like to keep body parts of the monsters that they kill and turn them into armor
Oh my god, I know.
or clothing.
Maybe it's cultural. I don't know.
It's just an Alaska thing.
maybe it's Keldar's culture.
I want everyone to know that I'm a badass and that I killed something big and scary, so I have to wear it around.
That's Mandalore.
It's my culture.
Oh, that's funny.
Just as he's going, I'm just talking like we're talking about like the size of the creatures. Like, what, you guys have never heard of an Ogdo Bogdo or a and I just am naming like large wild animals. Where's the one I'm looking for? Yeah. Anyways,
I've fought lots of womp rats.
I'm a Jedi.
All right. Well, it's morning. You guys still got probably a couple days worth of travel to get to your destination. What are you guys doing? You're getting a little bit of a later start, considering you had to,
Hunt.
deal with a wild creature.
I'm gonna
In the
hunt
middle
or
of your-
forage with my bow, and basically just I won't look for any wildlife. And if I can't find any, I will opt for plant life instead.
I believe I want to join you in some aspect of that, but let me double check. I want to join you.
Okay, companion.
Right,
Let us
go ahead and each of you give me a hard survival check.
Okay.
Oh, here it is. I have Forager. Remove up to, it looks like 2 black squares from skill checks to find food, water, or shelter.
Nice.
That'd be two setback die.
Survival checks to forage take half the time.
Oh man.
Okay,
Well, this did not go
Sorry,
that sounds
what-
good.
well. I got 3 disadvantage. Sorry.
What roll
3
did you ask?
I got 3 failure, 1 advantage. That did not end well. Can't blame DiceBot for that one.
Dar, you suspect that if not the creature itself, then for sure the kerfuffle last night scared off any reasonably sized game.
Dang it. The noise not only scared off the animals, but it scared the plants away too.
Well, you had said you were specifically going out like hunting with your bow, right?
Yeah, and then I'll fall back on foraging for plant life if I don't. I'm just being goofy, but somehow the plants.
You're so busy looking for sign, you don't see any you don't see any edible plants.
Dang it! If we only
So
could find
busy
some
looking for
mushrooms.
don't exist.
Clearly, this
Yes,
planet,
definitely eat wild mushrooms on a
This-
foreign planet.
This planet is clearly not suitable for Arcona. I have been on much better planets. This one stinks. There's no good food here. Where's all the ammonia?
I'm sorry,
Jesus?
Zach, could you remind me of the roll? I was looking for that ability.
Hard survival check to forage for food.
I hope Jetus has better success than me.
I would give you some setback normally, but you guys have been cruising through this forest for a while, and you've stopped to like gather food before, so I feel like you have a decent idea of like what to look for.
Disadvantage. We did scare away the plants.
Yeah. This is not a particularly lush, for whatever reason, a lot of the stuff that you guys would consider food is just not here. And again, pretty safe bet that either that creature or the kerfuffle last night has scared off most of the game. Even the obnoxious, like, weird boreal badger things, you don't see any of them.
So here's what really happened was I got started first, got lost, came back around, and Gitas was about to find something, but I made such a noise that I scared off all of the animals nearby, and then just shouted at him, "There's no food here, Gitas!" And then we'd come back empty-handed. That's what really happened.
I probably didn't even notice the thing you think I was sneaking up on. I was like, I know! Back.
So here's the big question. Do you guys have any rations?
I don't anymore. I traded mine all away.
Yes.
Oh,
I do. I've got stuff.
I think I probably have them. Don't remember trading any of my food.
I was
There was
reading that
somebody
last
traded
session.
stuff. There was also a hilarious point where it might have been Rovi was handing out rations, and I've got a full set, and I remember taking it from him.
I traded all of
There
my
you go.
field
Works right hard.
rations, and those were the ones. They're like some sort of disgusting brown goop.
Oh, I don't have them listed. I'm wrong. Somebody traded a bunch of rations away. I remember that.
Yeah, that was Dar.
Yeah, it was definitely me.
All right. Well, mark off, if you guys got rations. Remember, you got to mark off one for everybody.
Yeah, I lied. I do not have rations marked, so
Uh-oh.
not me.
1 point of starvation?
Well, does anybody have food that they can share with the group?
That'd be Jeb or Stevie or Rovi at
I
this
don't.
point.
I don't remember having. Like, I'm terrible at keeping track.
Do I have any food?
Jeb, I don't think you do.
This
Let
is
me
a
check your
problem.
inventory.
This is a big problem.
I swear we had something, and I just don't see it on my sheet. But I'll.
Now I haven't made a. I can try making my own check to go. Like it. Are we near a body of water? Like fishing. Fish with. Like,
thinking
my
maybe it was like-
longbow.
I'm thinking maybe it was like Rovi was.
Rovi for sure had
I remember
some.
we weren't too worried
Because we
about it at
talked
one
about
point, and I remember last game we were foraging despite not needing to. But
Okay.
where is? Shit, where do you track rations in Og Dudes?
It's equipment under
They would just
gear.
be an inventory item.
Equipment? I don't have an inventory option.
Yeah, equipment.
Equipment and then go
Gear.
to gear. Yep. That's where
Here,
it would be.
got it. Okay. I don't have any marked down, so I'm gonna
Just gonna
go
drink
real
a-
play here and say
I'll
we don't
just-
have any.
Drink a stim pack or something. Just kidding.
I do remember you guys having some, like, again, I also remember you guys hunting despite not needing it. I have a note here, no idea how old it is, that says you guys have 16 days worth of, or 16
Yeah.
days worth of food for a single person. So we can just knock off 1, 2, 3. We can knock off 5 of those for you guys, including
Can
Roby.
Can I supplement this with we killed a large animal last night?
How do you?
You are, if you want to try to cook and eat that animal, you are absolutely welcome to.
Fuck yeah.
I'll be ready
Okay.
with the med kit.
Are you? So you're gonna do that this morning?
I will. Yeah, but I want to say I feed it to Rovi, but I know he's not here. Yeah, I'll do it.
He's got a stronger stomach than you.
Can't abuse him like that if he's not here to turn it down.
I know. But he's not here. Yeah, I'll give it a go.
But yes, that would be standard practice. Hey, Roby, eat this. Tell me if it's poison.
Yes, it would. I'll give it a go. What roll do you want?
Go ahead. Well, first, give me a hard survival check.
Can I use my forager ability to not? No, because it's only set. What kind of ability only gives you setback?
Well, no, it removes setback. So, like, if you remember earlier when you guys were, like, foraging and you had never been here before, I added a bunch of black die to your attempts to forage, and you got to ignore that.
Yeah, so my forager ability only help. God, I failed. My forager ability only helps when I don't know what I'm doing, and gets worse as I know what I'm doing.
You cut off some big chunks of meat, and you got them cooked to a perfect medium rare. Go ahead and give me a hard resilience check.
Oh boy.
Sorry, difficulties. Just a sec.
Oh, sorry. Add 2 setback die for your disadvantage. My apologies.
Can't.
Sorry, close my skill sheet on accident.
You're good.
Oh, yep, this is gonna be bad. 2 setback.
Just mute yourself.
Oh, sorry.
2 disadvantage.
All right. You are going to suffer 1 wound and 2 strain as you eat poisonous meat.
Oh.
Oh no!
Oh, I'm full though.
Oh no!
Well, you're full until you puke it all up.
Yeah, I won't hit for a little bit. We'll be all right.
You're looking a little extra green around the gills.
Yeah.
Or maybe if you're green, maybe you're looking a little purple around the gills. But
Alright.
either way, you're not sure if it was the meat or your cooking or a combination of the two, but either way, that was a mistake, and you're suffering for it now.
Leave it, guys. We don't want to bring that.
All right, so you guys are now down to 11 days worth of food for a single person, or 2 days for all of you. Keep in mind, you are further than 2 days from the base camp that you guys were at.
Okay, if we die, we'll just roll new characters.
If you die, we press gang Aaron into actually running his campaign.
Yes, better plan.
If the whole party starves to death, that's when we apply pressure to Aaron.
Guys, let's find the nearest wilderness and just walk that direction. And just not eat at all. I see no problem with this plan. Well, I presume
we eat
if
the
we
food tonight, and
continue...
then I didn't. Yeah.
Yeah, if we continue traveling, we
Make
can
a
just
check
keep
yet,
trying. Keep trying as we go. You know, can't be terrible everywhere.
The
Or
next,
could.
right.
I suppose it
I'll
could.
make a check next tomorrow.
So, if you guys are gonna try, because there's not really like solid, like hex crawl-esque rules for this
Right.
setting, if you guys want to like be foraging as you travel, you're going to be traveling a lot slower. So it's going to take you much more time. Instead of 2 days, we'll say 5 days to get there if you guys want to be foraging along the way.
So I'm very okay with that.
And moving stealthy and what have you. I would say over the course of the day, everybody can give me 3 hard survival checks. Or I guess if a couple of you are keeping watch for trouble and someone
keep watch.
is like navigating,
I'll keep
then
watch.
whoever doesn't have a task in the party can give me 3 survival checks a day.
I'll give a survival check, but Jake here said he wanted to watch. So
Okay.
I'll keep foraging. I would like to. I remember we had success finding some flowers from a salad last time. I don't know if I can try and get some advantage for looking for stuff I know is edible.
Due to your previous successes, I'm removing the disadvantage I would normally impose.
Okay.
I just rolled one
Alright,
of the
I'm gonna
survival
give you
checks
1
and
second,
got
I'm
a
rolling.
success.
Excellent. It's a hard check, right? 3 purple?
Yep.
Cool.
okay, Zach,
Yes?
on a perception check for Jeb watching over, he got 1 success.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna roll my survival checks.
If my survival checks to forage take half the time, do I get to
Then
make
you
6
could
checks?
make 6 instead of 3.
Yes.
Nice.
How do I
Thank you.
multiply this roll by 6?
Just roll 6 checks separately, please.
Oh,
I got a triumph on this one. I got 6 triumphs, guys.
I just want to make it as easy to read as possible. Fail. God damn, man, my rolls
That's
are
a
going
bad
terrible.
one, too.
Success.
Go ahead and take a black die on your next one.
All right, I'll try it
Oh.
there. Hold on.
Wait, what's the difficulty on this survival?
So I got 1
Hard.
success.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, okay, hold on.
I got 1 success on the second roll. Do you want the black still, or just on that one?
Just on that one, because you got 2 failure.
Yeah. 1 fail.
One second, okay.
4 disadvantage. Two success, 2 disadvantage.
Okay.
Final roll. 2 success, 4 disadvantage, and a triumph.
Okay.
Wait, how did I get 2 success?
Because the
Triumph?
for the triumph counts as a success for the purposes of determining success and failure.
Okay.
Okay.
Hold on. I got 1 more survival roll to make. My first one, I was a crit, 1 success, and 1 disadvantage. The second one is 1 success and 1 crit. There's a third. Okay. That and that. That and that. And then the third one is 1 success, 2 advantage.
Okay.
Hello. Okay.
So I'm gonna look at you guys separately. Liz, remember your rolls.
I already did. Yep. I got them written down.
Gidus, you have very mixed results. you find some berries here, some nuts there, some fruit here. And then you stumble across a very large, like, water buffalo-esque looking animal. Quite large, lots of meat on its bones. And you manage to slay that. But looking at it, you're thinking, while this is a ton of meat, it is probably going to be very difficult to, like, prepare it properly. To be, like, one, last more than just, like, a couple of days, and two, just to make it edible. It's probably going to be difficult to prepare. So keep that in mind. And I'm going to make you make a difficult survival check to, like, prepare it for you. Dar, you were also doing survival checks, correct?
Yep, I'm finishing them up right now. Typing them out.
Okay, in that case, Stevie, give me your results again.
See, my first one was 1 critical, 1 success, and 1 disadvantage.
Okay.
And then my second one was 1 success. And then my third one was 1 success, 1 advantage.
Okay. Stevie, while you're out, cruising around, foraging, you find a tree that is just full of these, like, they almost look like bananas. They're not like a pod like bananas, except they're like maybe more like really big elongated grapes. Is a better description.
Okay.
And you managed to harvest several of these pods, at which point you are set upon by the arboreal badgers that have been harassing you guys lately. You managed to kill a couple. You do lose some of your fruit, but you managed to kill a couple. And regardless, with a easy survival check, you will be able to preserve your food and have quite a few days worth of food.
I'm gonna take it. Easy, you said?
Go ahead and give me an easy survival check.
Alright, 1 second.
Jitas. Nope, sorry, Dar. Look at
Yeah.
you, here we go. 1 success, 1 disadvantage. 2 disadvantage. 1 triumph, 1 failure, disadvantage, 1 success. Dar, why did you roll 6 checks?
I thought I was supposed to.
Do you also have Forager?
Oh, no. I thought it was because we were going at a slow pace. Never mind. Just ignore those last 3 then, I guess.
Okay. Then that's actually not that bad. Okay. Dar, frustrated with your previous failure earlier that day to locate suitable food and fear that your rations are rapidly dwindling, you are on a mission and you come back with like a backpack full of some sort of large nut that you found. You tasted it. Seems to be. You go ahead and give me an easy survival check.
Okay. That comes out to 3 success.
Yeah. These don't even need to be cooked. These are fine to be eaten raw.
Hey guys, are really good.
Jitas, you want to go ahead and give me a hard survival check to properly prepare the meat you found?
Ooh. You can make a nut-crusted meat with grape
Hard
sauce.
survival. That's what we're doing today.
Sorry, but you got 4 disadvantage. That's almost the same as a critical failure.
Oh yeah, no, no worries.
Oh,
I've rolled this multiple times and it's not going great. I'm just trying to think outside the box. How can I? Oh, in gameplay, I got 1 fail. In-game chat is where I rolled it because I was in the wrong place.
Okay. Unfortunately, you do not prepare the food properly, so you like it starts to go bad after like a couple of days. So you really you don't get the benefit of the massive quantity of meat you have because it starts to go bad.
I couldn't carry the whole thing, but like the bowels are what you want, right? That's where the flavor is.
It's just like the Wild guy.
I'm not used. It's so humid here, like that. It just doesn't last. When in desert, no problem.
I believe
I
it.
would say across everybody, you guys managed to more than double your food stores. So you now have 24 man days worth of food. What's the proper what's the unit there? Like
Days worth of food.
okay, yeah, you
Per
now have
person?
24 days worth of food for a single person.
Caloric intake.
No, I kind of like man days, other than the obvious.
Okay,
So
cool.
does that mean that I can like double all of my rations?
No,
Like you have 7 days, I have 14.
I mean if you guys really want to start like individually tracking your rations,
Now that's sexist.
I would love that because that's less work for me. But and maybe after we are in a different next time we enter a survival situation, you guys can stock up. I'll have you do that. I'll have you count out because you I know you guys have horses, but you also do have encumbrance issues that you run into at some point.
Yeah.
So I think we can negate a lot of that with horses, especially if you guys are traveling slow and you can be walking while you do that, while your horses carry all your stuff. But yes.
It's gonna become a problem for me because I'm at full encumbrance. So if I go any higher, it's gonna be
Well,
an issue.
you're at full encumbrance now, even though we left a bunch of stuff on the. Yep. Interesting.
Yeah,
Well,
Darwa, you must have a ton of stuff on you then.
Yeah, I just brought everything I had.
I don't think
pretty
you
much.
left that much behind.
Oh, you know what? I have my electronet launcher for some reason. I'm not supposed to.
Yeah, there we go.
I was gonna say. I distinctly remember everybody being like, "Oh, we're not gonna need any of this, or we can't take any of this with us. That's gonna suck."
I can't bring my rifle with me. You can't have that. God damn it!
I think
Throw it
some
into
of
the woods and you can't find it.
I think some of it might be my actual cybernetic is taking up some encumbrance.
I don't think it should. I think especially since I think you added strength, right? I think it should be adding to your total encumbrance,
Oh, that's true. It does
not
add
detracting
up.
from it. Or it should be increasing your threshold, not taking up space.
It's weird. For some reason, it just shows me at 13 of 13, but I'm not holding that much stuff. I don't get it.
We can figure it out
Just have
later.
equipped him or something.
It's not something we've tracked very closely up to this point because you guys haven't gone ridiculous and tried to carry 10 blaster rifles on you or anything like that, so I haven't made a big deal about it. But
Have you seen
yeah.
Black Sails? I got straps on my chest. I got straps on my hips, my thighs, my calves.
And I mean, that was a real thing when, you only got one shot of pistol and
yeah.
it took 5 minutes to reload.
I will, I'll track what I've got, and I assume it will just be the same, everybody will be in the same state if you're okay with that. You just have to tell me What's the difference between a ration pack and field rations?
There's a difference
Nothing.
in how long
They're the
it-
same.
Okay.
Well, the rations are up to a week of food.
Are they?
As far as I can tell, it's just price. Here in Og Dudes, it does not describe.
So the ration pack, according to the Ogdude, says it can be augmented. Sorry, it can be reconstituted into a full meal and hydration. But the field rations, which are twice the price, will allow a soldier to survive on a single ration for up to 1 week. But it's a lot.
Okay,
less.
yes, that is a very important distinction to make then.
It's a much
interesting, I
less
don't see that.
enjoyable experience, because the field ration is just brown goop, and the other one is actually more like an MRE, so it actually kind of has some resemblance to the taste of food.
I do see that now. All right. I will track. You said 24.
Don't worry about
single
it this
person
time.
max.
For this expedition, I'll track your guys' food. I have a counter here. You have 24 man days worth of food. And we can just do it that way.
I got it. So we each have just under 5 days worth. So I'm gonna just do. I'm just gonna do 5. I'm gonna round up because it's so close.
Okay.
I got
That's
it.
fine.
I got it.
All right. Other than that, pretty relaxed day. Not a lot of nothing scary jumps out. Honestly, besides your intense scavenging for food, you didn't really see a lot of creatures. This area seemed maybe a little more empty, devoid of stuff than previous sections. If you guys are gonna set up camp, what are you guys? I would say, unless you want to do something else, that's pretty much your whole day of slow travel and gathering of the foods.
Let's set up a camp. Yeah.
I say we had a very productive day, everybody.
Yeah.
I think I'm very excited about foraging more with my newfound information about this planet and stuff.
Okay.
I'm picking up. I'm breathing, smelling what you're breathing. I think I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Sam,
The
smelling
peace.
what you're breathing.
Yes. Have you never heard that? I've said that like a million
What
times.
kind of deep south hillbilly nonsense
You
is that?
just don't ever pay attention to anything.
Why are you smelling my mouth? I almost want it to be I'm smelling what you're pooping.
No.
That would at least make more sense.
Have you never talked to someone that you can smell what they're breathing?
Sure, but have you ever been around anybody whose poop you couldn't smell? Come on.
Yes, mine. My shit don't stink. It doesn't smell good. It just doesn't stink either.
Listen, that is factually incorrect.
This is a very
I
I
odd
share a
conversation.
bathroom with you.
How
I
would
know.
you know? He's so full of it. He don't know.
We share a bathroom. I do know.
That must be your other girlfriend you're talking to.
Ah, yes. Yes, her.
Esmeralda.
Okay. Regardless, end of the day, didn't get nearly as far as you have in the past due to your foraging. But end of the day, what are you guys doing to make camp? What's the plan?
Sleeping.
Just
That's
The
it.
cowboy
laying
and
down in dirt,
just
Jeff,
flopping
just
on the
passing
grass.
finding a comfy patch of ground and falling asleep.
As God intended it.
I would like to make up for last night, and I would like, if everybody's okay with it, to do first watch again.
Are you gonna actually watch this time?
I learned from last time and totally remembered that my Seeker Crystal gives me stuff on that roll.
Okay, I trust you.
I don't know why you are. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? It gives me 2 advantage.
Turned into a bird first.
It gives you 2 advantage or 2 blue die.
Gives me 2 advantage to perception or vigilance checks to detect a hidden being within short range.
Okay. Short range is pretty close.
I know, but I don't know that.
Okay. Alrighty then. So somebody's on watch. Everybody else just bedding down. Do you guys have any camping equipment, tents, or anything you're setting up? Making a
Have we ever
camp?
Well, I was thinking of just making a lean-to.
had the same shit we did last night?
I was gonna sleep on a piece of dirt.
Okay.
A singular piece of dirt.
A single piece of dirt?
Yes, yes.
Whoa, that's some Jedi shit if I've ever
It
heard.
really is. Oh man.
Anywhere's fine. I don't need things.
He wakes
I
up in the
don't- I
morning
don't-
and he's just like, wow, I've just got one real deep bruise. It's just, can you see it? No, it's just right there.
I'll come back with a scar on my face.
How did that happen?
Okay, anybody who's actually attempting to make camp, go ahead and give me a average survival roll. Easy if you have your own actual tent. If you're trying to build a shelter out of the surrounding forest, average.
I'll do.
Man, DM's asking us if we have survival equipment all of a sudden.
I think you guys all do, because I remember you were like set up with equipment and mounts from the paladins.
Yeah.
So
Yes, I and ration.
I believe yeah. I should have stuff.
So you said that was an easy check?
Easy if you or you don't have to make one if you're Jeb and just gonna pass out in the dirt and not bother setting up.
I'll set up. I was just teasing Zach. I was just teasing. I'll set up.
Okay, 1 second.
I typed mine in the chat.
Thank you. I appreciate you doing that, Dar.
My pleasure.
I'll do that too. I wasn't sure if you would see it earlier.
I do.
Okay. Well, here is Stevie's survival.
Yeah. Oh.
One print.
Don't worry about it, Jeb. I set up your I set up your tent around you.
And
Venus?
now I'm rolling Jebs.
You initially you initially set your tent up on a like particularly knobby and uncomfortable like plant, but in doing like realizing that you've done that, you find like it's like some sort of like tuber plant, and like in trying to remove the plant you end up pulling up an extra day's worth of food.
Yeah.
Nice. That's cool.
Alright, there are mine and Jeb's.
Dang. Okay.
Wow.
Jeb, 1 advantage. All right, so you did not successfully set up your tent, and it falls down around you
These are just like Eeyore.
while you're sleeping. Like, you still stay dry and everything. Like, it's still like you're,
A butterfly came and landed on it, and
yeah. Yeah, that happened. Anybody looking to recover wounds or strain can give me a resilience check. Jeb, yours is going to be a average resilience check.
Okay. Thank you, Liz.
Easy for
And
everybody
it's thing
else.
for you,
Everybody
boo.
else doesn't have to add any setback die. You just get a roll.
Resilience. Where are you? Man, I should be better at that. One wound, one strain. Cool.
Cool.
Elmo's World.
What?
That's what.
I think it was what we
You don't remember
Elbow
Elmo's
twirl.
World?
What?
Never mind. I did not take my meds this afternoon.
Clearly.
Is that like a baton twirl?
No, the tune Jake just hummed. Beginning of the Sesame Street.
Oh.
You are beset upon by Elmo-esque creatures of some kind.
No, please, no.
Elmo's World.
No.
Don't
That
fight
would
them.
be
I'm
scary.
pretty sure the way to get rid of them is to sing along.
As you start singing, they ravenously tear into your leg. Blood is going everywhere. It's like the rabbit from Monty Python.
And
Well,
they're
that's
just
it.
making that tickle me Elmo sound. It was fucking terrifying.
Yeah, that's fair. That's also not fair, Zach. They didn't even roll for it. Ugh.
Napoleon?
Sure.
Alrighty, guys. If everybody is rested up and ready to move on with their day of,
Let's roll.
you guys going full speed or you foraging?
Strain back? Like, he didn't get it last rest, but he's had 2 good rests since then.
He has not had 2 good rests. He had 1 mediocre at best rest, and he didn't roll a. He needs to roll a resilience check, a hard
Never
resilience, average resilience check from his tent collapsing if he wants to try to gain any benefits.
I forgot about that. Never mind. Ignore me, everybody.
We try to.
Jake in particular.
What?
Did you roll his thing?
What? Yeah, he had his tent fall on him. That was the roll.
No, that roll necessitated a resilience. That was
Oh.
roll an average resilience check, please.
Okay.
I remember thinking we were like 3 days out from where we were going. How many more days do we need to go? They told us.
Depends on how fast you want to travel. If you want to keep going slow and gathering food, you're not moving very quickly. But if you want to just like book it there, and like not worry about kicking up dust or attracting attention, you could probably get there in 2 days.
I think we're in a place to at least do normal pace if people don't want to go fast. But I think we could do that too.
Yeah, I think Jeb will be good too. I typed it in, but he rolled 1 success, 1 advantage, and 2 light side points.
Okay. Then he can recover 3 strain.
All right, cool.
Cool. I'm good to go. Good to go, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
You're a little better than 2/3.
Dude.
I said we go for it.
Okay. Somebody give me a hard perception check.
I got
Whoever's
you.
keeping watch,
I can keep watch.
or who's like on
Hard perception.
that task. Gita's, given that you are the one who had like the vision, I'm just assuming you're navigating, but I'm not making you roll for it at this point because
Yeah, I was just gonna ask if I could. How would you? Could I do another foresee or anything to help, or are you just including that continuously?
if you wanted to do another check, you absolutely could. I was just gonna say that, like, based off of the foresee check you did back when you set out, like, you're getting closer and closer to the objective. Like, it's. I would say
think-
at this point you pretty much know where you're going, or at least like in general. If you want to give me some
I
sort
think
of
that
check
sounds-
for.
I think that narratively makes sense. I was just gonna see if I could foresee for threats on the day.
Yeah. How does it have any requirement on like how often you can use that power?
Dude,
Does
it's
it-
super vague. No.
Yeah. Okay. Then
Up
every
to
morning.
a day in his own personal future. So maybe you gave me too much the first time.
Nah, it's fine. I feel like the foresee power should be cooler than just like you're gonna be walking tomorrow. Like,
Well, it's like yeah. Every day I wake up, it's like, can I roll my foresee? Because I need to know what's gonna happen.
you absolutely can start doing that. In fact, I would encourage it. But yeah, like you rolled really good on your check. I feel like you should definitely, like, I made you roll for a while there to navigate, and like, I think you're fine.
I threw down a roll just to see if there was risks in our immediate future, and I'll go ahead and use the 2 white points I got there.
Okay.
Maybe that just helps with the Stevie's perception or something. Like, it doesn't need to be grandiose.
No, you in your meditations, in your reaching out with your mind, you see a particularly like dense grouping of trees, and you hear some like weird growling coming from that group of trees, and then your kind of vision fades.
All right. So stay away from dense grouping of trees. Got it.
Yeah, if you want to use that to add some blue dye, to like, hey Stevie, while you're out looking around, keep your eye out for growling beasts in dense groups of trees. That can add some blue dye to her check if you want.
Yeah, I would love to. That sounds great.
All right.
I already made my roll and typed it in. How about I did? So
Go ahead
like,
and
thank you.
See how that changes it.
Okay, hold on. You said one blue die?
2 blue dye.
All right, cool.
Woohoo! Alright.
Oh wait, here we go. Hold on.
Just
I'm
kidding.
assuming
Maybe
you're
get
not
rid of those-
using the dark side power, Jetus.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just assume that you're not unless you say so.
Yes, I will let you know.
So that makes it 2 success, 1 advantage. So thank you.
Nice. Nice.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thanks to Jetus's warning, you managed to steer the group away from a particularly dense group of trees that, like, knowing what to look for, you can see like signs of animals at
Mhm.
least being very common in the area.
Like if something were to be like, ground menacingly, it would definitely come from.
Yeah, and you're able to steer the party around any disadvantageous creatures. All right, so I'd say that's a full day hard travel. Yeah, if you guys do the same thing tomorrow, you'll get there.
I say we do the same thing tomorrow.
Yeah, I say we get there.
All right. Go ahead and give me Everybody give me an easy survival check to set up camp. And then give me 2. We didn't do this last time because I forgot to ask. Give me 2 perception checks for watches overnight.
1 second.
Ooh. Re-advantage. And do you just want 2 perception in total or 2 per person?
2 total.
Okay. I'll take the 1 perception check. I got a good dice pool for it.
I'm not the greatest at it, but I can leverage that 2 advantage for close range stuff. I don't know if that tips the scale to the point that I should make the roll though.
I would say that probably is going to play more into like vigilance rolls than. I mean, like keep reminding me you have that because if an enemy manages to sneak up on you, you should get that warning from that.
1 success, 1 advantage on perception.
Okay. Dar, during your watch, you managed to thwart a group of the arboreal badgers from getting into your camp, and it looks like they were definitely making their way towards your food stores.
Rude.
You managed to scare them off.
Yeah.
By the way, I love the concept of arboreal badger. It sounds so good.
I was particularly pleased with that random monster I pulled out of my butt.
Arboreal badger. It just has like
A
poetic.
ring to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's a good fun pest? Badgers. Badgers are the worst. It would be cool
Oh yeah.
if
Oh,
we
yeah.
made them like tree-dwelling badgers. Like
Yeah.
brachiate between branches and steal your food. Like satanic.
Yeah. It's like I envision like the most like mangy red panda you can imagine with really long arms.
like skunk colored or something, yeah.
Yeah. And like koala paws if you like they have 2 thumbs.
Okay. Jeb succeeds with disadvantage. Stevie succeeds with advantage. All right, you guys get your tent set up. Unfortunately, it looks like Jitas and Dar, you also have Eeyore moments. I would say that like Dar, some sort of snake manages to like worm its way into your tent and like wakes you up and like you kind of knock over your tent. But you still manage to get a reasonably good night's sleep. Cheetah, something similar happens with you. Maybe fire ants, or you just have like a spasm and like knock your tent over while in it. I don't know. I don't know how you guys do.
Okay.
All right. So anybody looking to recover wounds or strain, go ahead and give me a resilience check. Everybody who passed without disadvantage just gets to make it straight. If you passed with disadvantage, you get an easy check. If you failed, it's hard. If you failed with disadvantage, it's extra hard. If you Dar and Jitas, go ahead and just give me an easy one.
Yeah.
Easy what? Sorry.
Because you got that. You didn't succeed, but you did.
Party!
I didn't fail.
Right. Like,
Yeah.
What kind of check?
You read my mind.
resilience check. Only if you care about recovering wounds
Oh.
or strain.
Okay.
Did our bot just crap out? Nope, I'm just an idiot. Got it.
2 success, 1 light side. All right.
That's
Jeb, you can use that to recover one more strain.
Yes.
Jesus, that's going to be 1 health if you want it. Otherwise, you just kind of have a rough day.
I'm fine. I'm only down 1 strain total.
Yeah. Kind of the nice thing about traveling like this is like, as long as we don't start anything on the road, we can kind of make some of that back.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. If you guys are pushing hard, Jetus, you want to do your 4C check again?
Sure, thank you. I'll just stick with the light side. So, 1 light side success. 1 thing.
Okay. You see yourself like you have a vision of you and some kind of vague other people that you can probably assume are your friends walking, and you like kind of step off of a trail and sort of twist your ankle. And so you know to like watch out for sketchy trails. And Stevie or whoever can take 1 blue die on their perception check to be on the lookout for interesting things happening during your trip.
Everybody, absolutely stay on your horse no matter what.
and hope your horse doesn't step off the trail.
Yeah.
You thought you spraining an ankle was bad. What's your horse sprains an ankle?
Gotta put him down. That's a sad joke based on the Kentucky Derby this week.
Oh, did something happen?
They put at least 1 horse down. Yeah.
At least.
They scratched 2 horses like right at the last minute. So I don't know what happened to those 2.
Liz, I don't know if you know this, but you're muted.
I see that now. There was whatever the race is right before Kentucky go. 1 horse just got like a complete fracture. During one of the laps, and just like ate shit on the green.
Oh.
On the raceway, yeah.
I didn't see that. I just know I tuned in for like 20 minutes and decided the Kentucky Derby is probably the stupidest thing in all of American culture.
Yep.
Yeah, basically like 2 horses scratched out. One of them was the favored, and that caused a bunch of drama and everybody freaked out, and it really just it did not matter because they ran the race in less than 3 minutes, and that was it.
Now bull riding, now that's a great sport.
Yeah, for stupid rednecks.
Bull riding is dope.
My problem with the Kentucky
There's a lot of
Derby
bull
is
riding
it.
there.
So they.
I bet.
Well, I think you can do multiple. There's multiple things of bull riding, right? One person rides, the next person rides. There's action. The Kentucky Derby, the television coverage started at 10:30 a.m. The race was at 6:57, and the race is less than 3 minutes. So it was done before 7.
Yeah, absolutely not.
I
That's
think they run multiple
asinine.
races, don't they?
No. No.
Wait, really?
No, this is the
I
one
tuned
race,
in
yeah.
to see what it was about and did research over 20 minutes. No.
I mean, at least Talladega, they do 100 laps. So you're sitting there for
Mhm.
quite a bit.
Yep, it
watching
is.
them go neck and neck. It's not less than 3 minutes. I didn't realize the Kentucky Derby was that quick. I mean, I'm sure horses can't go as long as cars, but Christ.
Right, so it's an all-out sprint. They do a 1.25 miles. It's a lap and a quarter, and it is done in less than I think it was run in 2 minutes and 4 seconds.
I was
And
making more
that
coffee.
was it. That was it.
Yeah, that sounds miserable. From like a spectating standpoint, I don't know. Some people love it,
Could you-
obviously.
Could you imagine how early you have to be there to like? I do not get it. But yeah,
there
sorry
are
to
several
derail the-
things. It's just like that are like that. I mean, it's like I don't understand how this became a thing, nor why it continues to be a thing.
Yeah, the little bit that I tuned in, they were like they had the guy who literally does the like analysis of the presidential races on like CNN. He was there doing like sports betting analysis, and the moment I was watching, he was talking about the two front runners because the number one top front runner was scratched out of the race. So the next two they're not that close, guys. Remind you, they were not that close at the time. They were $83,900 apart in favor. But that was all going to change because there was one guy in a giant cowboy hat that was right behind him as he was talking, who was in the process of making a $1.5 million bet on a horse that I know for sure did not win.
that tracks.
Yeah. That was when I changed the channel.
Rich people doing stupid rich people things. Okay, moving on.
It wasn't even like a celebrity or anything. It was just a dude, like an old, like he was in his 70s or 80s, in a white t-shirt with a bolo tie and a very big black cowboy hat, and it was weird. It was weird.
Sure,
that's all I can say about it.
I'm sure the Kentucky Derby is still a thing because there's a bunch of rich horse people left over from the cowboy days that are like, we need things to do. So
I feel like some old guy just got diagnosed with John on that news feed. I'd be like, hey y'all, if you haven't bought it, I think y'all need to. He might have wandered out of the house.
Oh man, yeah.
1.2 million on a horse.
A one bet, and that was like, do you think that was the only time he's been there to the Kentucky Derby, or do you think he goes on a year? That's just, he makes a $1.5 million bet every time.
yeah, I suspect one of two things. Either one, he's just one of those stupidly rich people where it's like, it's a lot, but like, I really like it and I do it once, and he's talking about $1.5 million like I'm talking about $300.
Right.
Or
that's what I got out of it.
that, or he got the tip on the fix and it was not a good one. That's my thought. Is it someone's like, oh yeah, man, like we're juicing this horse up, it's gonna crush. He's like, all right, I'll bet the house. Like,
yeah, I don't know. It baffled my mind, and then I went down the rabbit hole of, nope, one race, less than 3 minutes long.
yeah,
just blew my mind.
I feel like this is what rich Americans do, because we don't play cricket, so they need some other way to waste all their time.
If you don't think rich Americans are on a daily traveling to Europe to play cricket, you're wrong.
I don't know, man. I'm making some massive assumptions about a class of people that I do not.
I thought I saw something about a polo club around here the other day,
Oh, I'm sure there is.
and I was like, that is some rich people shit right there.
We have enough horses around. I would assume there's at least an equestrian club for sure.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
They had one in Alaska, which was ridiculous because there was like
People love horses, man.
10 people on the south side, the South Hill, which is like a wealthy part of Anchorage. There's like 10 people South Hill that had horses, and that's, yeah.
I've seen some very nice horses, including one of built on top of their stable in Texas. I don't know
That
how
was-
we got on this in Star Wars.
I'm ready to get back to Star Wars, but the other crazy detail about this year's Kentucky Derby is, so the Kentucky Derby is super famous because it has to be a 3-year-old horse. So every horse only has one chance at it, and only 20 horses are let in. So that's why it's like such a thing. Is like it's impossible to get into. This year there was a trainer who bought 6 horses 3 years ago, and 4 of them got into the Kentucky Derby.
Wow.
Just think about the money there, right? Just think about the money there. They did
Maybe-
not win,
Oh my god.
right? It was somebody else. And
That's rough.
right?
That's 20%. He had 20% of the horses in.
Yep.
I think he might have placed a $1.5 million bet or something, or whatever that was.
I think he got second and third, and maybe like 5th or 6th or something like that.
Yo, that
But-
gambling problem runs deep.
All right. Well, anyways, back to Star Wars. Give me a couple perception checks to avoid trouble
I'll let
All of
somebody
us?
else
throughout your travels. I just need 2 checks. I don't care from who.
Mooah.
Work it
Okay,
out
I
amongst
got him.
yourselves.
I did the foresight thing. Stevie, you and I got a good thing going. You
Okay,
get
then
2
that
blues.
gives me another
1
2
blue.
blues. Okay.
1 blue.
Yeah, all right. So that gives me 2 blues then.
1 blue.
On... No, I have 1 blue on my survivor. Oh no, this is perception. My bad.
Yeah, it's perception
Okay.
check. Okay, so yes, then you get 2 blues.
Yeah. Because I have 1 blue on my survival, but not perception. So yellow, green, green, blue, and average. So I need a purple. All right. The first one is 3 advantage.
Okay.
The next one is 2 success.
Say you manage to adequately skirt trouble, stay out of trouble, even at your high rate of speed. As you kind of as it gets towards evening, about the time you guys would be breaking camp, you find yourself. You're pretty sure at your destination. Jetus, I'm blanking. Remind me, what did I describe what you were looking at? Was it a cave or was it a...
I believe it was just a clearing in the
Yeah,
forest
okay.
with. You might have said there was something in the clearing, but it was a clearing.
Yeah, okay. I have another one that you guys might do later that I was getting confused with. So you come to the as you carry on this day, the forest gets darker and darker, and the trees get bigger and maybe not quite as like a little more spread out, but much larger to the point where it's kind of blocking out the sun. And you come to what appears to be a decent sized clearing. And you can feel the force is very, very strong here. And in this clearing, in the middle, there is what appears to be a stone altar of some kind set up. You're welcome to investigate it now, or set up camp, sleep, and investigate it in the morning.
I was slightly distracted.
You're muted, Liz.
Could you give me a brief recap of what that was?
Yeah.
Brief recap. As you guys continue on for this day, the forest gets more sparse. The trees are more spread out, but they're much larger and blocking out more and more of the light.
Okay, thank you.
As you come to a clearing that has a much more active force presence, it's still very dark in there, but you do see in the middle of this clearing a stone altar of some kind. But this is also about the time that you guys would be making camp and getting ready to settle down for the day, or settle in for the night. So
here's how I see it going down in like real world terms. We're like, all right, guys, we're here. You know what? It's been a rough couple of days. Let's set up camp. And then we're like, okay. And then we set up camp. And then we're all sitting around the like campfire, and Deb is like, you know what? I'm gonna go check out the altar, and we all just like go check out the altar.
That's what's gonna happen.
it's like full horror movie.
more just like I don't know if you've ever
Sure, why not?
traveled by firelight, but like you get like the 5th day of like the campfire, like everybody's out of things to talk about, and you're just bored, and you're just like, yeah, know what? I'm gonna go see what I can find.
I think that
I know
looking
not
at
as
it
boredom
is a good
these
idea. Because what if there's
I think
something?
we at least try and sleep by it.
What if there's something dangerous about it, and we're gonna go to like sleep near this item that could be potentially dangerous?
Well, some of us are always looking out, right? So
Yep, that is true.
someone's probably gonna be keeping watch.
I mean, I
As is
hear
usual.
you, but like setting up camp, we ate
and
dinner.
it's
It's
right.
like,
It gives us a chance. Listen. It gives us a chance to just watch it, see what, and listen to the force.
oh, you're right.
That's what I'm
down.
saying.
You
down
want
for that.
you want to meditate on this. You know
This
what?
is true. Yes, please.
Oh, forest. I
That
thought you
sounds like
said
a thing
forest.
that makes sense.
I thought you said forest. I want to listen
Oh,
to
I
no.
don't
the
know the
forest.
force.
There's definitely a strong force presence here. You can feel the forces much.
The forest is encroaching on all sides.
There's a strong forest presence here too.
And that is the strong presence. It's essence of forest inside the.
The dark side of the forest.
Good game.
They
by
just
the way.
sound so. They sound so
Dark Forest?
similar over Discord. It's hard to tell sometimes.
Liz, I completely agree with you. I think that makes sense. Thank you for suggesting that course of action. I think we should meditate on it and see what kind of presence is going on around here.
Thank you for complying.
Hey,
There you are.
if we're nothing, we're a team.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yes.
Okay. Well, go ahead and give me your. Everybody, roll to set up camp.
Okay.
So easy survival check.
I'm down for that.
I will not do what happened last night.
I will.
Success.
I'll do my best.
I put my stakes in the right place this time.
2 success, 1 disadvantage.
Okay. You said 2 success, 1 disadvantage.
Correct.
Okay.
Alright, there's Jebs. That'll be short. This is interesting.
Dar, did you put your roll in?
One
It's,
critical advantage, 1.
well, I got the 1
Failure.
success, 2 disadvantage.
Okay.
For-
Yeah, thank
yeah.
you.
Yep.
So I got the 1 critical advantage, 1.
Okay. Oh, sorry, I forgot to say. I'm also knocking off 5 food for the other day.
Oh, yes.
Already got it. Thank you for the reminder. I got it.
Okay.
So we're all
Oh.
down to 3 days essentially, plus 1 day. But
Yeah. All right. Who's doing our perception checks? Actually, you guys said you wanted to meditate.
Yeah.
Everybody, everybody, go ahead and roll me a force die.
Oh.
Everybody?
Yeah,
Wait, ignore that. Jeb.
or I should say, roll your force. So, like,
I think I have 2.
Jetus, roll 2 force die. Yeah, anybody who has 2 can roll 2. Roll your force die.
I have 2 white side and 1 dark side to work with.
You have what?
2 white and 1 dark.
Okay.
I will abstain. I will forage.
Okay. Yeah, since you can do it in half the time, and normally I'd say give me 1, give me 2 foraging checks, 2 survival checks. There are hard checks
Yeah, that's fine.
in this area.
Okay.
Okay. All of you pretty much succeed with at least 2 light side. Wow. One second. Sweet. Awesome. Yep. Okay. So those of you that got 2 light side, which is everybody, while meditating, you get a strong sense of history. This is an old place. You can feel that the force has eddied and swirled around this area for a very long time. It doesn't feel like the dark or the light side. Instead, feels like it's the natural force, like nature, and just unaligned life energy that you kind of associate with the force. But this place seems very old. Okay. Gidas, go ahead and give me a average perception check.
Nope. Where's my perception? Yellow. Average?
Average.
Hey, real good.
Ooh, cool.
Triumph with disadvantage?
Success try. Okay. Gidas, I'm sending you a message. Everybody else, take a 5 or something. I know we didn't actually stop, take a break, but like, grab a drink of water. Give me 2 seconds here. Actually, no. You know what? I have a whole thing for this.
Oh.
Gidas, pop over to comms 1 with me.
Yeah.
I'm being left in the dark.
What are we doing?
I'm right there with y'all.
We're waiting for them to have a
Remember,
secret
we're
private
left in the
conversation.
dark together.
This
Okay.
whole, so a little bit while you guys have been talking, when I haven't been doing anything, I've been testing ChatGPT for the first time ever, and I've been asking it philosophical questions, and it's interesting how it responds. So that's been fun. Actually, kind of.
What's the best one you've gotten so far?
You know, I don't know how to word it. It's very specific to me. I've been asking it questions that I've
yeah.
been like pondering for years and years, and the responses I've been getting back are pretty like in alignment with what I have been researching. So that's kind of nice. But I don't know. I haven't really asked it anything that would be of interest that isn't a personal question. You know, I was just kind of curious how
No, that makes sense.
how it would actually answer, because I know that it isn't really thinking, like it's using machine learning and responding that way. So I'm really amazed at how fast it comes up with the response. I mean, I asked it for some examples of men in the Bible, and it gave me a list of a bunch of different men in like 3 seconds, and it was a detailed response. I was like, wow, I'm impressed. Very interesting.
Be interesting to give a shot.
Yeah, well, I think
party.
I think in general you'll have to pay for it. I'm surprised I was able to actually ask it questions without having to pay. I don't fully understand, but I think I've gotten my fill. Welcome back.
Yes, thank you. You, like I said, you all feel that this is a place that is deeply connected to the natural force, like that kind of unaligned life energy side of the force. Other than that, let me get a couple of watches.
I think before we go into watches, I don't want to try and hide this from the group. As you guys are meditating, like all of a sudden you like Judas went foraging and you hear him and he's just like, hey guys, I didn't find any berries, but there's etchings on this pedestal thing here.
What? Wait, I want to see.
I'm clearly by the thing we weren't supposed to go check out. And I went and checked it out.
I'm gonna go check it out.
I'm gonna take this as a sign. Let's go see. The force speaks.
I like the commitment there.
It clearly wants to be checked out.
I thought there'd be berries over here because the sun, but you should see this. It looks similar to what we've seen in the past.
Oh, I want to compare my rubbings.
Yes.
Okay. Between what Jetus already knows from his investigation and Dar, you comparing your rubbings, I'm not even going to make you roll for it. This is definitely the same group or people or culture or whatever that did the cave carvings.
No. I don't know. If
Definitely
I
the
should
same
be scared or
group. And it appears to be a large stone platform with like a tall, skinny altar in the middle, almost like a sundial looking thing. And around the outside edges of the platform, Jetus is pretty convinced that they're like spots where you're supposed to sit and meditate.
Yeah. So basically, based on what Master whatever his bucket
Tovak
was that we met, Tovak. Based on what he kind of taught me about like the meditation in this area, this seems very like it sounds like something you told me about. I'm pretty sure this is specifically a spot for like deep meditation.
Well, is there a possibility that something could go wrong if you did that?
I don't think so. It's connected to like the natural, you know what I mean, like the force naturally. Yeah, and from what I know, like the dark side, and we've all seen this, but like it's an unnatural manipulation of things. So I mean, overall, like it might be intense, but like safety wise, I think we're gonna be okay. I'm willing to go meditate.
I mean, me too. I didn't find any like berries in this like general vicinity, but they just might not be in season. I don't see any like rot or anything like that. It seems pretty just like, chill, man.
I was pretty dead set on having some berries.
But like, I would say like for serious meditation, people meditate. They weren't lounging about.
You guys would know from like your training that like there's a difference between like yoga meditation to like clear your mind and like kind of get like take deep breaths for the day, and like Jedi meditation where you are like looking inside yourself and reaching out with the force and trying to deepen your understanding and connection to the force. They're two very different things.
Yeah.
Like one of them is a full-time activity. One of them is like something that you do in the morning to like not strangle your coworkers when you first get in.
He'll do it. Yeah. So like I don't sense anything nefarious with the site, but maybe we should look at it at first dawn and see if anything else stands out to us, and then definitely check into it. If this is like sundial-esque, like we may be under for a lot longer than just like, hey, I'm gonna close my eyes for 10 minutes.
Yeah. I'm inclined to agree.
Yippers.
I'm down.
Yippers skippers.
Okay. Excellent. So I assume everyone's going back to bed?
Like, yeah, let's go back to sleep on this.
Are you
guess-
guys is anybody standing watch?
I would like to stay up for a little bit and
Stevie's going to bed. Stevie's trusting his place.
yeah, I would like to stay mostly for I want to interact, essentially just like feed my horse and interact with it a bit. I have a note that I have a black die when it comes to check with my horse, so I just want to try and become friends with it. Or
Okay. Go. You know what? You guys have been through a lot. You helped save it from a marauding creature. Go ahead and give me an easy survival check, or easy xenology check, whichever you prefer.
I don't have the greatest track record with these tonight. Easy. Advantage.
You've definitely you found that it has a strong preference for one of the types of berries that you've been finding, and so just through simple food bribery, you've managed to make some progress. You no longer have your black die.
Light purple, but not blue. Definitely not blue.
Definitely not blue. All right. Let's see here. Let me get whoever. Did you say that no one is keeping watch tonight? Is that what I heard?
I was staying up for the first watch. I was talking with the horse during the watch, kind of.
Okay, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay, can I leverage my seeker crystal to add 2 advantage to this?
Go ahead.
Perception, you say? Just straight perception?
Yeah, average perception.
Average.
Hang on one second. I'm getting a phone call that I think might be very important.
Oh,
Okay.
no problem.
Party on. Party on, Wayne.
Party on, girl.
Party on, Garth.
Have you been enjoying the Stanley Cup, Jacob?
Yeah, yes, I have.
Do you watch other teams, or are you just a Kraken guy?
I watch other teams too, but nobody else is in the playoffs, so I like the Kraken too.
Sure. I'm just getting into it, so I'm just trying to focus on the one team. That's all I got the energy for.
The bad thing is the Bruins are not in it this year.
Jake, my friend, my best friend from college, her and her son are massive Bruins fans. They live over near Boston.
Yeah.
So they go to quite a few games, and he just started playing hockey for the first time this year. I
Can you
think
check?
he's 7 years old. He's the same age as my dog.
Oh.
Can you
what a
check?
cutie.
Can you check? People?
I'm
Hockey?
sure he does. I've seen videos of him checking himself on accident.
Oh boy.
But
Jake,
I'll
you're-
have to ask Lauren if he's a goon.
Okay.
Knowing
You're like-
his dad, he probably is.
You're like the Bruiser brothers from the Mighty Duck movies, aren't you? You're just there for the penalty box.
Yes. I've never been to the penalty box, so that's good.
Oh, that's good. Those are my favorite guys from those movies too. They were the most fun.
Have you watched Goon?
Goon?
Yeah.
No.
I've never seen that movie, but I have seen the.
It's awesome.
I bet.
The guy from Avatar is in it.
The main guy, Willingham?
Yeah.
Oh.
He plays the he plays the what's his name? Dude, I forgot the name, but yeah, so like every period he fights.
He gets into like an actual fist fight.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, I have not seen that movie.
It's not. I think it's on Netflix. I could be wrong, but yeah.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Some people that I know passed away apparently.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Is
babe.
everything okay? Some people.
Well, it's kind of a very good friend of, if you remember my roommate Jeffrey, one of his very good friends passed away. It's not entirely unexpected. She had some pretty severe health problems. And then one of the guys that I used to work with at the rec center, they're taking him off life support tomorrow. Again, also not super out of nowhere. He was very old with a lot of health conditions as well. It's just kind of a bummer, but yeah.
I'm sorry, mad dude.
No, it's fine. Is what it is. Like I said, it's not like it came out of nowhere. But yeah. Anyways, sorry about that. Jetus, 1 success, 3 advantage on your perception check, correct? For your watch?
What I typed in there, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I guess 2 of those advantage are specifically to beings within close range. But
okay.
Yeah.
You don't see anything. And your crystal does not glow. But the whole time you're on watch, you hear what sound like movement noises, or maybe like the sound of an animal digging, or maybe like scurrying up a tree. You hear all of these noises around you, but you don't ever see anything actually move. And some of them happen very, very close enough that your crystal should have been going off. Like you'll hear like a digging sound, and it'll be like kind of right next to you, and you look down and there's nothing there. And then, a little while later, you hear a sound of something scurrying around, but you can't really see anything, further out. So just kind of lightly unsettling. But you are fairly confident, despite the noise, there's not anything around you.
Okay.
That's one. Was anybody else going to stand watch, or did everyone else say, we're safe at this mystery altar, let's go to bed?
I'll stay and watch.
Okay, go ahead and give me a average perception check, Jeb.
Okay.
As I wake you, I just give you the kind of heads up as like, the force is wrong in this area. Do your best to be mindful. It is not all as it quite seen.
Dar turns over in his sleep and mutters something
Well,
in his sleep. I told you
shoot,
they
son.
needed more cheese.
Dark farts.
This is like how I am like in real life. I sleep talk and sleepwalk a lot.
Jeb, 3 success. Okay.
Nice, buddy.
Yas Queen.
Jeb, while you're on watch, you don't hear anything at all. But occasionally, you'll see glowing eyes just on the edge of the firelight.
I'm sure it's fine.
Just around the base of a tree or up in the branches. And at one point you see what looks like some sort of maybe deer comes walking out of the tree line kind of in towards the middle of the clearing area, the glade or whatever it's called, grove. And it's making no sound. And then you see it just kind of fade away. Again, completely silent. But other than that, you don't really nothing happens.
There's nothing here. Nothing to see.
Just ghosts and spirits.
Nothing to see here, just run-of-the-mill ghosts and creepy eyes. That's it. All right. With that, morning comes, and just given the area that you're in, even though it is clear, it's still quite dark. You can see the sky, but it looks like it's going to be a while before the sun is shining down on this clearing. But it is much lighter in the clearing than in the forest proper. And you have this cool altar thing to investigate.
Sure if I have anything that might help with it.
You're muted, Stevie. Yeah, so go ahead and mark off another day's rations. And what do you guys want to do?
Yeah,
If you want to try to get any strain back or anything, let me know and roll resilience.
I'm gonna come up close
I'm gonna roll
to the
another
thing.
resilience. Jeb, you want to roll another resilience?
Yes.
You're almost good on strain.
Yes.
I'm gonna walk up to the altar,
And yours is.
and I'm gonna use a force power to spend a force pip to see microscopic details of a single object within engaged range. So I just want to look for anything that's perhaps hidden a little bit more than we would otherwise see, just because of its size, something small.
Okay.
Ooh, only one.
I have 2 white sides, so I'm going to use one of those.
Okay. In your exam, and I assume you're examining this altar raised area.
Yeah.
With your deeply enhanced vision, able to see very, very small things, you get much more detail on like the carvings, and whatnot, and it appears that there's some sort of discoloration on the altar. It's hard to see, even with your enhanced vision, but it's very, very old. You don't see any of the normal, things you'd expect on this besides it just being very worn. You don't see cracks with plants coming through. You don't see moss growing. You don't see a bunch of like bird poop or anything. Like this, besides from just being very worn, this altar doesn't appear to have anything else going on with it. So the fact that the altar itself in the center, the sundial looking altar, has some sort of discoloration on the top seems significant.
I mentioned this to my group and tell them I also have no idea what it means, apart from that. Something.
Go ahead and give me a lore knowledge. Give me a average knowledge lore check.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
Sorry, it took me a second to figure out how to translate that into something useful for you.
That's all right. Well, let's see. This may not work out. Yeah, no, that was terrible. Two failure.
Yeah, you're not really an expert on random ancient altars. It's not really your area of focus. You're not really sure what that means.
If only we had an archaeologist.
Only you had a Dr. Jones
Dr. Jones from the other
in
campaign.
your pocket
Yeah,
ready to go.
yeah, we need him. Except he was a
Dr.
slime bag.
Turns out he was some sort of weird cultist. Oh well.
Yeah, he wanted to kill us. Yeah, in fact, I think he may
weird
have
how
had
that
some
works.
Dark force energy to him.
Guys, I have an idea.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure if Rovi was here, he would lick it. So I'm gonna lick it.
The chaotic energy coming out of you is great.
Okay. You lick it.
Mind you, I know a lot about rocks. I don't. I know nothing.
It has a very earthy flavor, almost like stone of some kind. I'm not even gonna make you roll for it. It tastes like rocks.
The rocks taste like some kind of rock.
Do your people have some sort of like extreme sense of taste?
No, I just
No, okay.
No, I'm just crazy.
Yeah.
Is it cool if I do roll for the foresee ability as well to see how this goes today, to see if whether or not I guess what I'm really focused on is like vaguely, is it a good day or a bad day kind of thing based on
Go
what
ahead
you
and roll
know.
your foresee. Roll your foresee.
Ooh.
You gonna use that dark side?
I'll use one of them.
Okay.
What I gotta mark on my character sheet.
That's okay. I'm keeping track of everybody's morality, even though we don't really do a ton with it. All right. You feel the darkness kind of press in on you as you do your morning meditation. And you have
Mind
a
you, for
vision.
flavor, this is the meditation that Tovak taught me.
Yes. you see yourself and your companions sitting down on the spots, like the spots on the around the altar on the platform, and everyone has their eyes closed and are meditating and looks deep in thought. And then you see, kind of in like, it's very, very blurry outside of like the immediate area. You can just kind of see the tree line, and you see these kind of phantasmagorical eyes just appear on the edge of the tree line, and they get bigger and bigger and bigger until they're the size of, like, you know, a person, and they kind of like fade and disappear.
Is it like that cat from Alice in Wonderland?
If his eyes started to grow, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that happens.
I'm thinking more slightly like, I'm feeling a more like Spirited Away vibe, but yeah, same general aesthetic.
Creepy.
Or there's a better pop culture reference for what he just described, but interesting. I think to myself, well, I gotta find out what that means.
Is it
All right, what are you guys up to?
is it something you share with the rest of us?
Oh hell no. That's way too scary.
All right. Well, we're blissfully ignorant. So I go up and I start like feeling the what do we call it? An altar.
I would just
Pillar?
like to remind everybody before we really get started today that if we don't turn back like now, we're gonna run out of rations.
Or should we just keep foraging?
I mean, we can definitely keep foraging, but we're getting into survival mode where who knows how long that will like actually sustain.
Does
us,
this
if that
system
makes sense.
account for
Is there any
inter-
clues here that would show us that, like, we would be closer to our destination?
Sorry, what?
Are there any clues here that show that, like, how far we might be from our destination to, like, not in survival mode, I guess?
I thought this was our destination.
I mean, I think you're at your destination.
What I mean is we can't get back without dying.
well,
Yeah, you guys do not currently have enough food to get back.
does this system account
if you
for
don't get
intermittent
any more.
fasting?
I mean, we could get back without maybe dying, but it's gonna suck. If we left now, we'd be probably okay.
Let's get some etchings of these since they match the, and then we'll head back.
We don't want to try this at all.
Well, I want to try.
I'm just thinking maybe not all of us. I'm thinking maybe not all of us try it. Is it feasible for a couple of us to see what happens, get a sense of what it is before we turn back? It's still early, so I don't know.
I need a reminder of why. I mean, what our purpose is here at our destination. We're just trying to figure out what it is. We don't have to like go into some dungeon and clear it or anything like that.
I'm sure it's more complicated. Tovak sent us here. It's a point of force that we're super like. It's one of the reasons that we came here.
Okay.
So the places that Master Tovik is like sharing with you, they are all places that he believes to be related to like the cave that you guys were in, that they just have not had the manpower to investigate.
Okay, so I know what Dar wants to do then. Dar's going to take his rubbings, and he's going to cross-reference it with any of the writing on the altar pedestal thing, and see if there's any specific passages on there that are written that are the same. And if so, he wants to make note of that. And if not, he wants to look for anything that's similar. And then he's also going to keep an eye open for any sort of, perhaps a device that there might be embedded in there. And like, in case this is like the doorway to a secret chamber. Like if you have to like push in a button on the pedestal or something in order to open it up. He's going to look for that kind of thing.
Okay. Well, I'll just tell you right now. From examining the carvings, there is a distinct lack of any of the writing that you saw there. Like whereas like back in the cave, there were sections that were more writing than pictures, and sections that were more pictures than writing. But they were almost always a combination of the two. This is just pictures, and mostly not even pictures, mostly decorative or other symbolic carving. From what you can make out between you and Jitas is pictures of beings. It looks like, again, everything's very faded and it's hard to tell, but vaguely humanoid beings, like seated or like sitting down to meditate, and like possibly like phases of the sun like changing, but not really anything to compare to your rubbings, other than to say that like you are quite certain that like it's the same group, the same style as the caves. Just maybe older, maybe newer. It's hard to tell given that the caves didn't have as much weathering. Maybe different times, maybe not. Maybe just different purposes. It's hard to tell. As far as secret buttons or anything, go ahead and give me a daunting perception check. So 4 purple. And you know what? Never mind.
You know what?
I was thinking about flipping a destiny point, but then I decided not to.
Ooh, flip a destiny point.
I'm gonna flip a destiny point.
Yeah.
I'm gonna improve one of my dice. This is looking good. Okay. Oh, this is looking really good. 2 success and 2 advantage.
2 success and 2 advantage.
My force die really came into play there.
Okay.
Reason force die.
It was a worthwhile
In
upgrade.
examining this platform and altar, you pick up on a couple of things. One, the entire platform is a single piece of stone.
Wow.
It looks like a very, very large stone that was carved. And at first, you were pretty sure that the altar was also part of that same piece of stone. Upon much closer inspection, you now think that is not the case. That the altar itself might be set into the platform. There's definitely something different about the altar.
Guys, I'm wondering if maybe we can move the altar and there might be a passageway underneath it.
Yeah.
How large is the altar?
I would say
Manpower wise.
I would say like
lift it.
We have a Rovi.
2 feet diameter stone pillar that goes up maybe 4 feet off the ground. So a 2 foot by 4 foot stone column.
That's not so bad.
That's
It could
that's
be worse.
huge. That's huge.
Well, we got okay. With my brawn of 4, Rovi's brawn of 5 or 6, and then yours. We could move that. That's
You
not
also
so
have
bad.
several horses.
We also have horses. Yes.
Okay.
Well, we don't have to pick.
Maybe
it up
with the horses,
necessarily.
but if
You could just drag it.
just topple it, yeah. With the horses, maybe, but shit, that's a lot. I definitely
Well, I
can't.
mean-
I definitely can't force it on my own.
Let's hook up the synth rope that I have and give it a shot, eh?
Well, hey.
Zach, can we build a come along pulley system?
Probably could.
Can you build a come along pulley system?
Do you know what that
He's
is?
saying a block
Yes.
and tackle, right?
Yeah, sure.
Block and tackle, yeah.
Yeah. You guys have been using block and tackle, especially like the kind here you got from the mine. You guys were provisioned with equipment. I think it would not be out of this world to say that you either have or can quickly fashion some sort of block and tackle.
Now,
Then I think it sounds feasible.
now we're talking.
Are we at the point that this is our main point of investigation, or do we want to try and meditate it? It's
Well, it is. We're probably close to the end of tonight's session, so we could figure it out for next time.
you want to pull. I just feel like correct. My understanding is if we move this, we might be messing up the meditation circle. Is that true?
That is not something that you could know based off of the information that you have.
Okay, that's my
I-
concern.
I don't think it's an invalid concern, but I don't think you guys would have the information to know either way. But like,
it's a reasonable.
or I don't know. I tell you what. Somebody give me a daunting lore check. If you guys want to kind of
You said
get some
daunting
information on how that would play.
Daunting
Flip a
lore.
light
Oh,
side
damn it.
point to make that.
Daunting is 4 purple.
I got that.
Use our last.
I don't
light
think
side
you do,
point.
Jake. I don't think lore is your.
I
You wanna flip a light
closed
side
my
point?
character.
I mean, only if I'm a last resort. Do I want to do it? My lore abilities.
Actually, Jeb, you have 1 yellow and 1 green.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll do that.
that's
Okay.
better than me.
And he can make that 2 yellow.
And what's the difficulty on that again? Sorry.
4 purple, and you can flip a destiny point to upgrade it to 2 yellow, or downgrade it to 3 purple. Your choice.
Let's upgrade to two yellow. So
I think that's usually the better play.
2 yellow. Sorry, what check is this again?
It's lore.
Lore.
Lore. Okay, cool.
2 yellow, 4 purple.
2, 3.
I wasn't thinking about the meditation circle, but that's a good point. I'm just like, I've been watching too much Stargate. I feel like we have to open up some sort of like a passageway to get into like a tomb or something.
No, I think yeah, that was super interesting information. I just at this point it's like we gotta turn back or risk something. So I feel like we gotta do something today. I just like what
Yeah.
do we do?
All right, I'm gonna have to write this one out. Jeb got 1.
I like that we do have that food pressure, though. Can't just do whatever the heck we want.
Yeah, I do really feel like Rovi is sitting there with a bunch of field rations, and like I really feel like we talked about it and like it wasn't a concern, but that's for next session.
Yeah.
Right, maybe he's been hoarding. Maybe he's been holding out on you.
Yeah, I agree with Dan. It's a little fun there. That's why I started tracking it. Little pressure.
No, I like it. I think it's good. I've also been like struggling with how to introduce like long range travel with this game because it's so narrative that
I think it's tough in any tabletop. Like,
Yeah.
you really are counting on us tracking. I could have told you, yeah, I've got 40 rations. I'm not.
That's the
worried about it.
same problem I'm running into
Right.
in Tomb of Annihilation.
Yeah. Especially with Tomb Annihilation.
Jeb, with your critical success and 2 failure,
Yeah.
you don't know anything about like this specific altar. It looks nothing like the other altar, like the other like big platform that you guys saw in the cave, the one that had the big crystal on it. Nothing like that at all. But you do know that, like, generally speaking, it's bad form to go doing excavation and construction and stuff like that around, like, archaeological sites or somewhere that might be important.
It's a big crane. No explain.
You know, is maybe like at least not as like a first move. But
Okay,
outside of that, you don't have anything specific to this. Like you definitely could rig up something that should be like, you know, depending on how deep down and how deep inset it is. You know, if it's only few inches down, yeah, you could probably move this column. If it's, you know, the whole width of the platform down or deeper into the ground, probably not. Like, it's definitely doable, but from a propriety standpoint, may not be the best opening move.
So we do it. So I guess my real next question is there, after it being pointed out as as you've described it, is there any indication that it is? I just don't recall. Did you say it was newer? Or it's just different. Is there any scratch marks? Is there anything indicating that it's been moved since set? Any weird kind of, if we look around, is there any kind of indication like that?
Assuming everybody shares the information that they've been given, that they've all independently gathered about this, you would say it's safe to assume that it's the same people. This is much more worn, so whether that necessarily translates to it being older or not is hard to say, because this is outside and that one was like buried in a cave. So little difficult to say for sure, but like it's definitely a different iteration. Like I said, whereas the one in the cave was always some combination of writing and pictures, this one is actually a few pictures, but mostly like either decorative or ritualistic carvings.
Continuous.
Like, clearly not like the written carvings that was clearly writing that you were seeing, but like, you know, lines come down the pillar and like swirl into the spots where you think you're supposed to be sitting, and like, you know, like flowing like water flows are like carved into the side or something, like that kind of stuff. Like possibly decorative, possibly of like religious or other ritualistic importance.
Okay,
and then some pictures that lead you to believe it's a meditation site.
So, but you mentioned that there's like two distinct, like, parts. Is there any indication that the like parts are broken, or were they carved into place after the like parts were put into place, kind of thing? Does that make sense? Am I envisioning this?
Yeah,
same
no,
way?
it does. Everything lines up pretty seamlessly. In fact, if it wasn't for Dar's exceptional skills of perception, he probably wouldn't even have been able to tell that the column is a different piece than the platform, than like the base.
Okay.
So again, regardless, it's an incredibly high degree of precision that was used to put this in place. So was it carved before it got put in place and they matched it up, or did they put it in place and then carve it? Who knows? Kind of 6 of one, half a dozen the other.
So I I suggest that the easiest course of action here is it seems like a place to meditate. We meditate.
We meditate until next session.
I feel like we got to do something today. I feel like we got to do something today. If we're really concerned about it, maybe not all of us meditate at the same time. At least one person keep watch. But I think that's what we do first.
I
fine
agree.
with that. I like that.
I'm even willing to keep watch.
All right. Well, if you guys are set on your course to start meditating, let's pick up with that next session when everybody's here, which will be next week.
That sounds great.
Perfect.